Hey neighbor, welcome back to ARTV. My name is John and it's time for my yearly vinyl collection update. Each year since May 2019, I've gone through and shown you everything sitting on the shelves behind me, every vinyl album that I've purchased in the past 12 months, and trust me, after the pandemic, I must have needed some retail therapy because we've got more than 60 to talk about. If you happen to be new to my channel or maybe just my vinyl videos, I highly recommend that you check out the playlist that's on screen now or else linked in the description down below. It'll take you through my journey up to this point in time with my old turntable, the Audio-Technica AT-LP60, and now to my new turntable that I have, the Project T1 BTX in collaboration with Houseplant, which is actually the company of Seth Rogen, one of my favorite actors and comedians like ever. I hope that you enjoy this vinyl video. If you do, then consider subscribing to the channel, smash that like button if you're excited to see everything that I'm about to reveal, and let's see all 60 records that I picked up from 2020 to 2021. This one is going first because I forgot to show it last year? How the hell did that happen? This album was very forgettable, so I guess that's how it happened, but I have to have every Green Day record in my collection because they're my favorite band, so every studio album they put out, I guess I'm getting it on vinyl, even if it has a unicorn, which this one actually doesn't. It's one of the only explicit copies in existence. This was super limited, and I had to scoop it up on black and red splatter. Here is Fiona Apple's Fetch the Bolt Cutters. This was from Vinyl Me Please. I signed up to the service just so that I could get this. It's a gorgeous high quality pressing and it sounds absolutely magnificent on the turntable. This is Under My Skin by Avril Lavigne. I really love how the repressings that she's been getting, they've been doing this glossy cover. It gives it a very high quality feel. I like the gatefold on this one too. You see the extra photo inside and the track list printed on the back. It's just a standard black copy, but it is 180 gram vinyl, which obviously sounds very good. I Can Fool Anybody in This Town. This is the EP by the rock band Lily. Serious contender for Album of the Year 2021 for me. This is Life in Your Glass World by Citizen, and this is a pretty dope colored pressing. If the last color was dope, then this one is absolutely Hand of God next level. It's The Million Masks of God by Manchester Orchestra. Not only is this album fantastic, but this color is just exquisite. Probably one of the prettiest records that I have in my entire collection. This is Deep Down Happy by Sports Team, an English indie rock band. This is a Jawbreaker color pressing. You already know that I finally scooped up a copy of Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino by the Arctic Monkeys. This is a record that has only continuously grown on me. Apparently I hate myself because I didn't own Emotion by Carly Rae Jepsen until now. I feel happy sitting somewhere in between both of these Nirvana albums because for the longest time I only had Nevermind, but now I have both Bleach and also In Utero, and this is the anniversary repressing. It has the very cool gatefold that actually opens up, reveals some extra photos that I actually hadn't seen before of the band. Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers on this beautiful, smoky, clouded maroon vinyl is just absolutely stunning. Blood Sugar's Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I seriously can't believe I actually got my hands on this because it sold out so damn fast, but this is the white pressing of the EP Dogs Eating Dogs by Blink-182, aka their final release with Tom DeLonge. Classic album right here. This is Doolittle by Pixies. Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void by Creeper on a beautiful purple pressing. I initially didn't think I loved this album very much at all, but it's only continued to grow on me. Here we have Sawayama, the debut album by Rina Sawayama on obviously gold vinyl because what else would this be on? Drunk Tank Pink by Shame. Spoiler, this is another Album of the Year 2021 candidate right here. If you haven't listened to it and you like punk, post-punk, and a lot of other stuff in the rock sphere, definitely give it a go. And I love this black and blue split. Beach Bunny's Blame Game EP. This is on a hot pink pressing. Sprinter by Torres. This was at my local record store, very cheap, needed to pick it up, and it does hold up. I don't know how, but they found me both the 1981 extended play and and also Razzmatazz, their debut studio album. This is on yellow vinyl. People ask me all the time if I'm a soundtrack guy, and the answer is not really. Not that frequently do I sit down and just listen to a soundtrack or a score outside of the TV show or the film, but I have to make an exception for one of my top 10 favorites of all time, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Although this is on red vinyl, I am still pissed that the cover from Brie Larson of Black Sheep, it's not on here. I scooped up a few Jimmy Eat World albums after doing my ranked episode on them. I got Chase This Light on an incredible deal, I'm talking less than $10, and also Surviving on a white pressing. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Nonagon Infinity. I'm holding up the vinyl record for this one because I don't know if the turntable shot would do it justice, because one side is this, and then you flip it over and you've got even more insanity. Voices by Fantagram. This is a fantastic release from the early to mid 2010s, and it's also on a gatefold here. To this day, I'm honestly kind of shocked that I'm even holding this one in my hand, because it was announced in late 2019 for pre-order, and then it didn't show up until literally like New Year's Eve 2020, almost 2021, but it's Imploding the Mirage by The Killers, and it does have a little gatefold photo, and I guess it was worth the wait because the album's amazing. An absolute classic right here, Pretty Hate Machine by 9 Inch Nails. Hang tight on this one because I went a little bit overboard on buying Taylor Swift albums apparently, so we have Speak Now from 2010, arguably one of her best records, definitely for me. I also scooped up Red, which is another favorite. These are both gatefold vinyl. And also the In the Weeds edition of Folklore by Taylor Swift. No Good Left to Give by Movements. This is kind of on an amber pressing. It reminds me of like a gemstone. It's really cool. Okay Human by Weezer. Circles by Mac Millers. Definitely needed a copy of this. This is on clear vinyl. And if it looks like there's a bite taken out of this side, you can blame my chinchilla. He got loose in the house one night and absolutely went to town because I made the mistake of leaving this one next to the turntable. As I continue to fall more in love with Deftones, I did buy a few of their albums on vinyl. I have plans to get even more, but we have Koi no Yokin and also a gold pressing of Ohms. Never thought I'd see the day, but stranger things have happened. Here's Manic by Halsey. I saw this on sale at Target and I said, you know what? I wouldn't mind having a gatefold purple copy of this album that I really do like more than I ever thought I would. A lot of the records that you've seen throughout this video have been gifts from other people, for my birthday, for Christmas, whatever it might be. This was another one of those, and it's an amazing one. This is Battles Atlas, their debut album. This thing has such a glossy finish to it, and I love the fact that the gatefold opens up. It's got a lot of cool shit inside. If you like stuff more on the experimental side and instrumental, then I highly recommend this band. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance. I originally had a black copy of this, but I couldn't resist the kind of oxblood color that they have this on, a maroon. It's from Urban Outfitters. I don't like the company, but I really like this pressing. Sue me. Ariana Grande's debut album, Yours Truly. This is a gatefold edition. We're getting a decent amount of gatefolds. I like that. It's better than just your standard slip it in and tuck it away. It doesn't even really look that good or special for vinyl. This is The Greatest Generation by The Wonder Years. And again, I love the finish to this. The man on the front actually has a different feel, a different tone to it. So this is a pressing that I can really respect, and it's on very high quality vinyl. Jesus, this one sent me back a bit. This was $45 for a double LP, which is definitely more than I'm used to paying for a new album, but I saw it at Target. It was the last one, and it was such a cool blood splatter pressing. I had to have it. My bank account said no, but I continued to say yes, and here I am 6 months later. Now, here is an absolute rarity and oddball that I don't even know how to describe. I found this at the record store. I was with my fiance Hannah, and we said, wait a second, is that the debut self-titled album by 21 Pilots on vinyl? This was for sale brand new in plastic at my local record shop, but this is not an official pressing. I think it was imported from somewhere in the EU. It made its way over here and it sold for like $30 at the record store. So while it's not exactly fully legit, It does have their MySpace linked on the back, so that's gotta count for something. Killer new band alert right here. This is Dogleg's Melee, one of my favorite records of 2020. This is a splattered pressing that I picked up off of their Bandcamp. You might choose not to believe me on this next one, but I tend to not spend a lot of money on any specific record. I shop around, I wait for a good deal, I wait for something to pop up on Discogs or eBay if I can't find it at the store or somewhere online. And I had to bite the bullet on this one because it's 1,000 Suns by Linkin Park. They didn't repress it for its 10th anniversary in 2020, and I said if they didn't do it then, they're probably never gonna do it, and the price is just gonna keep going up. So consider this an investment if I ever have to bail myself out, because this cost a little bit more than I'd like to admit. The Second Law by Muse, again with a glossy finish. I couldn't believe it when I found this at the record store, but color me extremely stoked. RTJ4 by Run the Jewels, the hip-hop duo. This is an incredible listen, also one that features a gatefold, and this is on hot pink neon vinyl. God, I love it when a record matches the aesthetic of the album art, and Polaris did just that with this pressing of The Death of Me. It kind of looks like the sun exploding. How about a little bit of Foo Fighters for you? I got the Greatest Hits on one shoulder and Medicine at Midnight on the other. I did not expect to be buying Medicine, but I got the indie exclusive, and Greatest Hits I typically don't buy from Amazon on vinyl, but they were having such a good deal during Black Friday last year. It was less than $10. I would have been crazy not to buy it. Talk about a quality pressing. This one of Kid A by Radiohead just sounds immaculate. Bring Me the Horizon post-human survival horror. Turnover, Peripheral Vision. My fiance's had this album on vinyl for the longest time. I decided I wanted my own pressing, so this one has a couple of different sides to it, kind of yellow and orange. Little Oblivions by Julian Baker continues the yellow vinyl streak because this is yet another in this update that's yellow. Oh god, yes. This is Disintegration by The Cure, people. It's so heavy sitting in my hand because this is such high quality vinyl, and they put a lot of love into the packaging. This was not exactly cheap. It wasn't totally too expensive like a copy of Wish would be, but this was definitely something I needed to own. Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix by Phoenix, the French indie rock band. This is on Pepto-Bismol vinyl. Can't believe I didn't have this one till now, but it's Room on Fire by The Strokes. And finally, to bring it all home, we have Lungs, the debut album by Florence and the Machine. This officially completes my collection of having every Florence studio album, and this is the 10th anniversary reissue. It's kind of a maroon pressing. We finally made it through all of the stacks of vinyl. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being patient. I hope you enjoyed this vinyl collection video. If you did, then smash a like for the algorithm, subscribe for the love of music, and drop a comment down below with any thoughts that you have on my pickups from the past 12 months. And also, let me know one record that you would steal. If you could steal one from my collection, what would it be? If you missed out on my other vinyl videos, then tap the cards on screen now. And other than that, I'll be back soon for more on ARTV. Now, oh god! Well, now look at the mess you've made me make.